Hello everyone, I am Poison Kitty.
And I'm HyoQ16.
And together we are Twin from Another Sin. And today we have something interesting to present you with. We have a bit of a ship debate for My Hero Academia 1A edition. But before we start, we have some information that we want to share with you. So even though we are talking against or for a ship in this video, that is not our personal opinions necessarily. It is just a fun game. And all ships are of course okay, and we don't judge people's ship choices at all. It is also randomized who will be speaking for and against a ship. It is also not allowed to say a ship is not legitimate because of genders or sexuality, and also the other way around. In this version we have chosen the ships, and it is only 1A students. So a student can't be in more than 2 ships in this video because we want some variation. And there is a total of 12 ships.
Yeah. Okay. Ready for the first one?
Okay, so we have Deku and Ucheku. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
and
no.
I'm speaking for it. Okay.
And I'm going to speak against it. Oh dear.
Okay. So, what I really like about this ship is that it actually is really shown off in both the anime and manga. And we see that they both have some kind of feelings for each other because they blush around each other, or if anyone else talks about the other person. They're both very bubbly persons. I can see them have a really good, calm relationship. Yeah, do you have anything now?
Yeah, I do. The friendship that they have built up here is what I see as a very strong friendship. And that is what I see it as. I mean, sure, they could get together, but it's a very strong friendship they have. And I just feel that sometimes they are pretty awkward around each other. And if they were to step it up a bit, it would just be even more awkward. So I don't think it would benefit them that much. Also, they both have very bubbly personalities. And sometimes if 2 people are too much alike, it's not really a perfect ship. You need some balance in the relationship, and I'm afraid maybe both of them would be sort of pushover in the relationship. None of them would actually take initiative to progress their relationship if they entered one.
I see your points, but there was something. Friendship is a really big thing. Mostly, your best friend should be your significant other.
Mm-hmm.
In most relationships, that at least is a really good thing. And why do I forget all the stuff?
Well, I agree with the best friend thing, but still sometimes, even though you are best friend, you just know you should friend zone each other. Because I mean, if they get together, let's say that they enter a relationship, it lasts, I don't know, a couple of years, and then they break up and they can never talk to each other again, either because of the embarrassment that led to them breaking up, or because they have just grown so tired of each other, like they can't stand each other anymore. It would be so sad to ruin a very good friendship for that.
True. Okay, here's a really, really weird fact. It's not a fact. It's just their eyes are very similar.
Yeah, they are.
I now see that they have almost the exact same eyes.
Yeah, they do.
Not that is really important about a relationship, but I actually really.
You don't have the same eyes as me. This is not gonna work. I'm sorry. Nope. I don't think I have any more to say against those 2.
No, I think I have used my best argument for why this ship is good, and also I like your points too. So let's go to the next one, which
Yeah.
I know you're going to fight for and I'm going to fight against because it's going to change like that.
Okay.
And it's this one.
Shoto and Momo. Where should I begin? I mean, they work so perfectly together. Like in what season was that? Where they fight the teachers.
Yeah,
I
it's
think that's season 2. Yeah, of the anime. Where they fight the teachers. Like the way they cooperate against Aizawa, I think it's super awesome. And they are just there. They just look so cute together. The way they talk with each other, and I think that their personalities are actually going to like clash very nicely.
I see. I will say for against that they
Yeah, I know it's very hard to say anything against that ship. It's amazing.
It's really hard to say anything against this ship, but I will try. Shoto comes from a family with a lot of family issues, which I feel like would be really hard to work around, and he will have these scars for life, both outside and inside. And I think that Momo will have a really hard time with that, actually. He does have a really cold side at some points, and I don't even think T can warm that part up. I just can't see past Shoto's scars in this case.
I think she can manage. Like I think she has a lot to learn about it, surely. But I think that she can work through that. She has to grow. But they are teenagers. They have time to grow.
It's really hard to go against this ship. It just hard to go against ships you like. Moving on. It's Bakugo and Ochako. I'm going for this one. I don't know why I'm going for both of Ochako ships, but I do.
Just really want to find her a boyfriend.
And I think it should be Bakugo.
Oh, you changed your mind, did you? No.
Okay. So actually, my thing with this ship is the totally opposite of what I said with Deku and Ochako. I really like this ship because they are so different from one another. And we have seen time and time again that Ochako is one of the few people that Bakugo actually respect. Especially in season 2, where everyone think he's just beating her up because he just wants to beat someone up, but it's because he actually know what she's capable of doing. He knows she has the power to take him down if she gets the chance. And I mean, floating and explosions, that's just perfect.
I knew you were going to take up the sports festival. To speak against this ship, I'm afraid that if they enter a relationship, that Ochako will not really be a part of it. She will be sort of a stepping stone for him. I mean, not a stepping stone, but like he will like be in charge of the relationship. He will be the one to speak out commands of what to do. I'm a bit afraid that she would kind of be left behind. But yeah, like she would not be able to take charge at all in this relationship. I think she needs someone who is maybe a little bit more cheery.
But before Bubbly plus Bubbly was bad.
I didn't have a choice. She needs someone in between Deku and Bakugo.
Okay. I really think that Ochako could help Bakugo get over his anger issues because of her positive personality, and because she has a really loving family. Unlike his, it's not like his is really bad, but we have seen his mom slap him, or at least.
I'm actually a bit afraid that it could also end in the other ditch, that where she will actually get more and more angry, especially if she spends a lot of time with his family. Where she will just turn into this yelling woman all the time instead of being her cheerful self. She would be the one constantly yelling instead, and I don't want that for Chieko either.
I just really love this ship.
I know you do. Moving on to the next one.
Yeah, and this one you're going to defend.
Aishiro and Mina.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for starters, they have known each other for a very long time. Mina kind of showed Aishiro that he could be a hero, or that it was a possibility. In the way that she acted. Back in middle school, she was this awesome girl who wasn't afraid to speak her mind, and Aishiro thought that was kind of cool. So I actually like that they have that backstory together, and they now are in the same class. And I mean, they go well together. They are both in the Baku squad.
Of course, you come with that one now.
Yeah.
But even though they are in the Baku squad, we don't actually. I feel like we don't see Mina that much in the Baku squad as most of the Baku squad, at least.
True.
We don't really see these two characters talk that much together after they have begun this at UA, and even before UA, they just went to middle school together. They didn't really talk beforehand.
No, just the thing that Aishiro remembers it is just, it's nice.
I don't know what I want to say right now. I have so much to say and I don't know how to say it. They are both really I don't want to say they're big personalities in the class, but they're big personalities in the class, while being these people that tries to stand in the middle. Not that Aishiro wants to, but he's just there in the middle because he glues it all together, mostly. Mostly just throwing Bakugo in to be a part of the class. And I'm not sure that this really extroverted relationship would be a good thing. And also, I think Mina is a little bit too party girl for Aishiro. Aishiro loves people, but I don't feel like he's this big party guy.
I think he can let loose. But to the thing that they are both extroverted, I think that is honestly better than one who's introverted and one who's extroverted, in the extremes to each, part.
Yeah. But it's mostly because they are both really far over in the extroverted part.
Yeah, and I actually think that could work, because then both of them have a need to see other people, not like other people in the relationship, but they have a need to be with people, and they have sort of the same need to be with people. But yeah, I see your point as well. I mean, you lost me a little bit in the middle, but then you got me again, so yeah.
Going to the next one. Shoto and Deku. This is such a cute ship. Okay. And I love this ship because we have, again, the sports festival. It's a perfect place to make ships. So we have Deku that's a big supporter of Shoto, who doesn't believe in himself very much. There can become something out of this. And Shoto can also see that Deku has a lot of potential to become a really big hero, and he sees Deku as one of the strongest in 1A, which is really big for Shoto to think this.
I honestly only have one thing against this to say against this ship, which is they're both very competitive people.
Hmm.
and they both want to be the number one hero.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could go in a positive way, being that they push each other all the time, but that can also put a lot of restraint on a relationship. So it might potentially break because they keep pressuring each other to be better. But honestly, that's the only thing I could say against this. But yeah, I mean, maybe if I thought some more about it, I could come up with more. But just like top of my head,
I know it's really hard to
it's
go
mainly
against.
it's mainly the competitive part.
Yeah, I can see that.
That worries me actually.
Yeah. But I can also see it being a good thing that they push each other.
Yeah,
to
like I
become
said, it
better.
could be a positive thing, but it could put some restraints on the relationship.
Yeah. But I think for these two, actually, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
This was quick.
Yeah.
A quick one. So let's go to the next one.
Why does it say Aishiro and Mina? That is not Aishiro. That
I
is Zero.
don't know.
That
I
is
think
Zero.
I forgot to change it.
Well, we have Zero and Mina, obviously. and for this ship in this case, because Mina is very extroverted, and Zero is actually also extroverted. He likes to be around fun people like Denki. And fun, positive, party-loving people is pretty much his vibe, and I think Mina is giving off all those vibes. So I think that she would actually be quite a good match for him.
We don't really see them talk that much together, and I think a relationship between these two could go and become really crazy and really dumb at the same time, because if I remember right, he's not very clever either.
I love it. It's amazing.
But they would also have a hard time figuring something out together.
It didn't say that they had to work, as a hero team together.
Of course not. Maybe another time we will make hero teams.
Yeah. But I mean, everyone has to learn how to do relationships. So at least for a starter relationship with these two, I actually don't think it would be too bad.
I think you're right there as a starter relationship, but I don't see it as a finished. This is the one I'm going to wed relationship. I can maybe see it as a high school, short, 1 year max relationship where they both learn something. But I can't really see this hold that much longer than a year. I think she's too crazy for him. Not like in crazy for that person, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, like she's wild. She's a wild girl.
Yeah, he's too wild for him. He is one of the more down to earth people we have in 1A. I feel like he's at least the most down to earth in Baku Squad.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, going to the next one.
Oh, now you're happy. Bakugo and Aishiro.
Yeah, I love this one too. I love all of the ships, okay? But what
Me too.
I have already said what I really like about these two's relationship, and that's Aishiro really getting Bakugo into the class, and that he can actually he's not afraid of Bakugo like most of the class actually is. And we have seen Aishiro with Bakugo more times than any other person. Okay, maybe Deku has been there more screen time with Bakugo, but it has not been in a pleasant way. We have seen Bakugo actually studying with Aishiro, and we have seen him not try to attack Aishiro just because he gets close and touchy. Aishiro, of course, can take the blows if Bakugo is going to explode anything in his face.
This is a really tough one to go against, but I'll try.
Good luck.
Nevertheless, thank you. Honestly, in relation to these two, I actually see Aishiro more of a wingman for Bakugo. Because I don't think a girl would voluntarily go up to Bakugo and say hi. I think he seems too intimidating for that. So I think he would need a wingman or a boy. I mean, a girl or boy, it doesn't matter. But I think he needs a wingman to introduce the person to Bakugo. But also, again, the thing that they are best friends. Again, it would be a shame if it did not go well, and Bakugo would be all alone again, not having anyone who would, I mean, really get him the way Aishiro does. Because, I mean, they go very well together. I cannot argue against that. That's impossible.
I see your point, and you're making me sad. Just thinking about them not being together in any way.
Sorry. So I think we should move on from this.
Yeah. That was sad.
That was incredibly hard.
That I felt that in my heart. Like a man. I'm not a man, but I felt it.
So manly!
Let's move on.
Yeah. Oh, with Denki and Shiro.
Yeah.
There's always, from the moment that we see those two together, there has been some sort of chemistry between them. Shiro laughs when Denki uses his power, uses it too much, and becomes like this dumb person who doesn't really know how to do anything, and is just unfortunately in the way. But I mean, the way that she laughs is just so clear that she cares about him, even though she laughs. But yeah, it's like, it's difficult to describe, but it's like a caring laugh, like one you do when you see your friends do something stupid. Denki, actually, he might be a little bit more difficult to read, but he goes a long way to learn how to play an instrument, actually, for Shiro, more or less. So, and I just feel like it's very clear that he wants to do a lot of things for her.
I feel like he's too dumb for her. That was my first argument. But also, you see them not getting along most of the time. Him saying something she doesn't like him saying, or...
Yeah, but then she kind of blushes sometimes, too.
Yeah, but also we have seen how much she hates a perv, and Denki is the second biggest perv in 1A.
That is true. but nevertheless, it is very important to be able to make a girl laugh if you want to form a relationship with her, and clearly she laughs in his presence.
But she mostly laughs off him and not with him.
It doesn't matter.
I feel like it matters. It's not a nice thing to be laughed off.
Again, I feel like it's a bit more like on the friendship vibe. I know they don't really talk a lot together. Like, we don't see them. So, and when they do, Denki often say something
like an argument
dumb or something. But actually, that also gives a sense of that they're kind of comfortable around each other, that they can actually argue with each other. And, like, it doesn't really matter. Because in a relationship, it's very important to be able to do arguments, but then still stay on good terms. And I mean, they do. They might get into an argument, but they can still talk together afterwards.
But Jiro still sometimes almost fight Denki, or at least hit him with her.
It was more because of the situation, like not so much because of him. Anyone could have said it and she would have reacted that way.
I think she has that strong reaction to Denki.
See, I wanted you to say that. Because that shows that she might actually have more feelings for him than other people, because she's more, would you say, interested in what he is actually saying.
You got me into a trap.
Yes, I did. And now I rest my case.
I don't have any more things to say, I think. No, I don't.
Moving on then.
Yeah. I like that I got to change the text totally.
Yeah. As you can see, clearly this is definitely Denki and Hanata. Yeah, definitely not. It's Tokoyami and Asui.
Oh, I knew I should, but I wasn't allowed to look at all the ships after I had made this.
So you're going to speak for this relationship.
Yeah. First of all, these are both animal quirks. And did you see the fight between these two and Ectoplasma? She threw her stomach up in front of him. That must have been embarrassing to show.
She doesn't really seem like the type that thinks it's embarrassing. It's like everyone else has that reaction, like you. But it's not like she's actually having that same experience with it.
I still feel like that it's a bit of a big thing to do in front of someone. I kind of really like how calm they both are. They're both a really big part of 1A. Like, you always see them being in the group of the whole class, but they don't need to actually say so much in the class. All these small similarities, I feel like, is really good to connect these two characters. And Frobby is a little bit more positive, and he is a little bit more negative. And therefore, I feel like they would make a perfect balance.
I have two things to say to this. One is directed for Tokoyami, just in general. Before he gets into a relationship with anyone, he should get Dark Shadow under control when it's dark. Because, wow, that is terrifying. But besides that, except for their fight against Ectoplasm, I don't remember them talking a lot together, actually. Even though they have kind of similarities in the quirks and all, both being animal quirks, and yeah, at least before they can have a relationship, they should just become friends at first.
I can't remember if they were actually also working together in the first.
One thing is working together, another thing is talking together outside of the lectures.
But still, if you're really good at working together, I think that you.
Yeah, but if they don't talk outside of that, it doesn't really seem like they want to form a friendship somehow.
I don't feel like they don't want to form a friendship.
No, not like consciously, but like they're not really talking together. So it's like they're just like, okay, I'm okay with you, and like, yeah, that's kind of it.
I see your point.
But I mean, if they were in the same hero agency, they could work together very nicely.
Oh yeah,
I agree with that.
Totally.
Like teamwork is
also awesome. I know Tokoyami is not a part of the Deku Squad, but he is over in that direction of the class, at least. If you ask me, at least, then he's over there.
Honestly, I don't really have an opinion about that, actually.
And Frobby is a part of the Deku Squad.
Yeah. I agree with that.
They have the potential to be easily get to talk to each other more. But of course, Tokoyami needs to open up. Let's move on.
Yeah.
I feel like the text down under
It's probably not going to be better. No, actually, that one lined up nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have Momo and Jiro. Honestly, this was not a ship that I had heard of until a few days ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was not.
We have actually been to panels where someone said that this was one of their favorite ships.
Okay, I cannot remember that. Okay, so like they're in a band together in the fourth season. Okay, they work well together for the school festival. Where Momo helps out Jiro with the band. They seem like they have the potential to become quite good friends, actually, even though they don't have the same hobbies. But they can both play instruments, which I think is a good ground base for them to talk at least. I feel like they are both quite intelligent, so they wouldn't be bored in each other's company either, which are some good qualities to have if you want to form a relationship.
Yeah, okay. Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so at first we don't at least see them talk so much to each other. They are actually some of the people that talk. Or the girls we see in the background talk to each other often. But I still really feel like they would get a really good friendship going, but I don't feel like it would get any further than that. I want to say so much that you didn't say, but I'm not going to. But okay, I'm going to say something for it. I know
do
I'm
that.
against it, but
yeah, we could just shift roles. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Because
so
honestly, I don't know a lot about this ship.
Yeah. I could easily see Jiro be the one protecting Momo from some little perv that's often hanging near Momo.
Yeah, well, that sounds more like friendship to me. That sounds more like friendship to me. Also, I mean, if Momo starts dating a girl, I think that perv would be even more interested.
I can see them as really good friends, but I also think their status in the world is way too different for them. Like Jiro is her parents is musicians, and Momo's parents is really up there. So I feel like it would be a bit of a culture shock for both of them to meet the other half's way of life.
Yeah. I mean, you're nailing this. You're both doing for and against. I like it. I'm just listening to this. It's perfect.
I'm just standing here. This is good and this is bad for this ship. Okay.
Yeah, this is fine because, again, I don't know a lot about this ship.
Beside maybe them meeting each other's parents, I feel like maybe Momo's parents wouldn't be that impressed.
Accepting?
Yeah. It's not like Jiro has the most flashing quirk ever. She's really good at using it, but she needs a lot of equipment to make it work really well that Momo could make easily. See, I'm doing it again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you just take this ship and do you. So I think we should move on before you say more for and against for the same ship.
Yeah, okay. Moving on.
Mashirao and Toro.
Yeah. Tail Dude and Invisible
Girl. Yeah.
We see them first time someone is going first time they are going to be in teams and have this fight where one team is villain team and the other team is a hero team in season 1. We see them here as a team, and we see that Tail Dude is blushing when Invisible Girl is taking off her gloves and shoes because now she's totally naked. So that, but that of course is he doesn't even know I'm about to talk against it, and
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
going to talk
do
against
that.
it because he doesn't know what she looks like, actually. I mean, again, looks is not everything at all, but I mean, if you had an invisible girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, I personally know that I would be kind of tired that I could not see the person, because I really, really would love to like look them in the eyes and be like, I love you at some point. But I'm not going to be able to. So I mean, that would really be a bummer. So it's a shame, but to say it is kind of because of Korg, but I mean, just in the long run,
Just do some flower.
she can't walk around with flower face all the time. But I mean, I just think that it would put some restraints on the relationship that she is invisible. But she got a very awesome personality. Honestly, I like it.
I feel like their personalities is perfect for one another. He's a
Yeah,
really calm person that's really how do you say normal? Can we say normal? Even though he has a very big tail, he's he is the most normal in the class, and we see that when we see the rooms at school, and we see how Invisible Girl is really a girly girl, also quite normal actually, but she has this really bubbly, happy personality that would make anyone smile all the time.
yeah, and I agree with all of that. Like their personalities would be so good together.
Yeah, it's a very background ship.
It is.
Because they're both really background characters in 1A, but still not
But
the most background characters that is.
we should move on to the next one.
Yeah.
So here we have two of the a little bit more background characters in the Bakugo squad. Like, of course, Stero is more in the background than Denki is.
Did you just call Denki a background character?
I mean, he's not Aijiro.
Fight me.
You want to get at me? No. I mean, my favorite character is more background character, but never mind that. Denki and Zero, I think they are actually they fit together because they are both not the brightest light in the room. I think they could have a lot of fun together. Both of them like crack jokes, and they're just like their personalities are a bit alike, like that dumb, bubbly, funny, positive vibed people. They usually just go well together. And I say both of them are also extroverted people. They like hanging around other people.
They are. They are. I don't feel like they would have a very serious relationship, and I feel like they are too good friends to go into a relationship, but go back to the thing that their relationship wouldn't be very serious, so it wouldn't last very long. Or maybe they would never actually get into a relationship, even if everyone thought they were in a relationship, when people just hang around each other and everyone thinks they're in a relationship, and they don't see that they are in a relationship, but they are. I think that's the place that would be. So would they be in a relationship if they don't know it?
But I also feel like they could be the people being like, okay, everyone thinks that we would look good together. It's like, okay, let's give it a go, just because they don't really think things all the way through. So like they could give it a go and then realize sometime after, maybe, okay, this is not going to work. But I mean, yeah. They could be that sort of people.
I don't see this work out like I have said before. I don't see it like going to be a long-lasting relationship.
No.
it may be a short, very fun relationship.
I think it could be a short, fun, intense relationship.
But I still feel like they both need someone who is a little bit smarter than themselves.
They could also just be so ignorant that they stay together. I don't know.
True that. No doubt about that they would have an hilarious time together.
Oh yeah.
Okay, moving on. I don't remember if there is anymore.
No, I don't think there is.
There isn't anymore.
No, exactly. So yeah, that's it for the little discussion about the different ships we have in 1A. Of course, there are more ships in 1A, and in fact, we wouldn't mind if you would like to comment down below in the comment section and tell us what ships we should discuss later on in another video.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be 1A.
It could be villains, it can be pro heroes, it could be a mix of everything. It could even be the police. I don't know. Someone from the police. Some lesser known character.
The man that's good friends with All Might.
Yeah. It could be some lesser known characters. It could be characters like Hatsume from the support team, or yeah, it could be anyone, as long as it's from the anime.
Yeah, we only take anime because we both read the manga, but we don't
want to spoil anything.
We would like some suggestions. We of course already have some ideas for some ships, but we'd like to see what you have.
Yeah, so please write in the comment section below, and we will definitely do another video another time about more
this
ships
was
in
fun. Team Ford, it was really hard at times.
It was, especially when you like all of the ships.
Yeah.
So, but we will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.
Bye.